Now, with just 3 days until the UK's Brexit referendum, the latest opinion polls suggest people are leaning towards staying in the EU. Well, thanks to that news, European stocks rose, so did Asian stocks, and so did the British pound. But with the vote still too close to call, a pro-European group organised this kissing campaign in Rome, Paris and Berlin to demonstrate their love for Britain. Their big message: don't leave the EU. But all emotion aside, what do British businesses think? Well, we sent Azhar Sukri to meet an importer and a big name in the British beer business.
The UK was not part of the original European plan when its outline was first sketched in the 1950s. But since it became a member in 1973, companies like this importer of pens, pencils and other stationery have grown. JCar International is a small company that's benefited from the low cost of transporting goods from across the continent. And its managing director says a vote to leave the EU would spell enormous problems.
We're buying from Italy, Germany, France, Spain, and there are no trade barriers, no duties, and it's easy to get goods in. There's a tremendous volume coming in from Europe, and if volumes are reduced, costs could go up, which is of great worry to us.
A survey by the Confederation of British Industries in 2013 showed that nearly 3/4 of its members believe that EU membership has had a positive impact on their businesses. They believe that the biggest advantage to being a member is access to the EU's market of 500 million people, which is worth nearly $17 trillion a year. For companies like JCar International, staying in Europe is of crucial importance. The Leave campaigners say, though, that other companies would benefit immensely by being outside of the European Union. JD Wetherspoon operates around 1,000 pubs as well as hotels and restaurants. It employs nearly 40,000 people. Its chairman is a vocal advocate of leaving the EU.
I think the country would pay less tax. We pay £350 million a week to the EU, and that will help Wetherspoon because we're a very, very big taxpayer. There'll be less regulations about building coming out of the ether, about employment. It's quite an autocratic institution now, the EU.
A major argument by the Leave camp is that the UK does not need Europe. They say the UK's exports to the rest of the world are growing twice as fast as those to the continent. And they say leaving the EU would give the UK freedom to negotiate its own free trade deals, independent of decisions made in Brussels. These factors, they say, would mean lower costs and more opportunities for UK enterprises. If the UK chooses to leave Europe, it would be a decision that could not be undone, and the costs or benefits of doing so may not be known for many years. Azhar Sukri, TRT World, London.